Hey, hello everyone. I hope you people are doing good and you in good mental health. So today we're doing a master class on creatives because you see on Meta for you to make somebody to stop scrolling from your screen, you have to have uh, a very eye-catching creative for you to run Meta ads. So for today's, we'll be focusing on a business by the name Vistascape. So Vistascapes deals with outdoor advertising of businesses, and we will focus so much on ads creatives more than the ads itself. I hope you people will learn and get the science behind creating high converting ads creatives. Even if you are in any field of business. So I will introduce Mr. Joseph to take you through ad creative and the science behind ad creatives and how you can come up with your own ad creative without even going above and beyond. Yeah. So Mr. Joseph, you can take over and just show them.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Robert.
Yes.
So today is a beautiful day. I hope we are all in good health, and I know that's why we are. I hope that's the case. I know that's the case. That's why we are all here, and we are all, want to learn. So, I think the other webinar, it was, the attendance was very encouraging, and we thought of building on the same thing. Meta is, especially for businesses, is one, Meta is like the oldest, Facebook is the oldest social media. And so, people may dismiss, it's for old people or whatever, but Facebook, actually, everybody is there. Meta, everybody is there, young, old, everybody. So you cannot ignore Meta really when you're in any business. But let's get into it. I will share my screen. I have a very brief PDF just for the overview, and then we dive in. So we've been doing this with Robert. For me, I'm Dovesha and my team, and we've been friends with Robert, and we were like, let's just combine efforts and see how we can empower people, with the expertise that we've built over the years. So I hope we all learn, and we see how we can grow our businesses. And when a business grows, and it just solves a lot of problems for our community in just many dimensions. So that's our joy to see our communities being uplifted. But anyway, so for today, so we are saying what, from scrolling to selling. And when you think about it, like, it's, we are all on our screens. I think Kenya, we top the chart, actually. Like, Kenya tops the charts in this game. So your competition is really the scrolling, not even the other business there that. But anyway, just before I digress so much, for today, it's myself. I know people who are in the other webinar now know me pretty well. Today I'll have Lawrence as my assistant. He will also do some things, and probably if you stick up to the end, we'll also maybe have a surprise. Yeah, we're Innovation, and we believe in the power of online. We live in a very digitalized and digitally transformed world. So how can you exist in that world with your ideas and leverage that? It's very powerful when you think about it. For us, 80% of our businesses, we've just met with strangers online who believed in us and give us their money. But anyway, what makes someone stop when they are online and you're trying to get their attention? Why? So we would say from scrolling to stopping and then to being sold to. But anyway, who is your real competition, as we've just highlighted? It's the viral videos. We think our real competition is that other business. And today for our case study, Vistascape, ads, they do outdoor screens. You've seen all those screens on our highways and all that. It's not these days. I've seen a lot of people doing that. So how would you stand out in online when you're trying to tell people, I'm the, choose me. You're raising your hand, choose me. I'm good at this. Don't choose me over the other person. We think most of the time people will choose because of your price, you're cheaper, but or afford, that's most of the time when we think that, but choosing is just a whole different science. How people choose is different, and we'll be seeing that. But when you think about it, this is what we are competing with. Breaking news. Oh, a country has attacked another country. They've taken out their president. Memes. We all love memes. I love memes. my WhatsApp is full of memes. My friends send me every other time. You don't have, your friend is not a true friend if they don't send you memes. Yeah, and all that. So that's what you're competing against. And so you don't want to really, is it really blending in? I don't think you want to blend out rather than blending in. What would make somebody stop when they're scrolling? You have to really be, provide something. They have to see something outlier. It's called, actually, Mr. Beast calls it the purple cow theory. You stop when you see a purple cow, because in your whole life, you've never seen a purple cow. So your ad is actually a purple cow. You have to make it as such. Is it high impact? Is it strong visual contrast? Is there an emotional connection? Is there clear, concise messaging? We've also seen those bogus ads. So safe doesn't sell. You have to be cringy, all those things we all don't like, exactly. So, but what is really the formula? If you are to just put it in summary, it's contrast, it's human connection, it's immediate value, it's your authority. Why? Give me a reason to choose you. And human connection, we talk of, humor is really one of the easiest ways we feel, we connect with things. So does your ad does it have humor? So yeah. So what, for Vistascape as a case study, I know this, I hope you don't get confused, because I know Vistascape in itself creates, offers advertising for outdoors, really not online. So, but you see, even if you sell that, you still need people to buy that from you. You still need to advertise, and you still need to stand out. That's paramount. And fundamentally, then you have to be a purple cow so that people see you. And so we say attention follows conversion. So you have first to gain that. If you don't have attention, then conversion doesn't exist really. Think of it that way. And we always hear some people have good ideas, but sometimes people with average ideas are winning. And I know it's in a digital world that gets even more and more true. So anyway, we hope by the end of this session, you will be able to come up with great creatives. But anyway, just to recap what we did in the other webinar, we talked of 4 things, important things: the art of creating an ad brief, the art of making a creative, the art of setting it up in the platforms, and we also talked about the art of tracking. So today, Lawrence will be helping me to showcase the briefing. Briefing is very important, and I know most of the time we always want to skip it because we think we know better. But I don't think there's, unless you're just a solo business and whatever. But I think we are always working in teams, even when they are not very well defined. So it's always, sometimes you're briefing up without knowing, just asking, okay, what do you think we should do here with this? That's already part of brief. But I think if you want to really just become good at this. It's you embracing it as a framework, as part of the process, and as a part of the system. As we succeed to the level of our assistance. So anyway, without much ado, I welcome Lawrence to take us to create a brief of Vistascape outdoor ads company. Vistascape, I know you're in the webinar, so you can just say hi. Again, anyone who has a question, insight, whatever, any comments, just share it in the chat. We will be dealing with them as we go or at the tail end. So Lawrence, welcome.
Hi, everyone. Also, thank you, Joseph. My name is Lawrence, marketing executive at Novesha. And Joseph has said, I mean, most people skip on, coming up with a brief. It's very key. I mean, you ignore the brief, then I mean, it's just a recipe for your campaign to fail and not perform. So I'll just take you through how to come up with a brief. To start with, again, probably you don't know what a brief is. A marketing brief is a short and structured document that, not really a document, but something that explains what you want to promote, who is it for, the target audience, and how the marketing should be done. You can think of it as a game plan before any ads, before you do any campaign, before any design, before any content is produced and all that. And a brief simply helps you to align everyone. Joseph has said the only time I think you are allowed to skip a brief is if you're operating it man solo, but also you need to align with your mind very well what do you want to achieve with this campaign, and and all that. So I won't take much time on explaining. I think you will learn as we come up with one, and why. Again, we'll see why it is very important before you even set up any ad, before you even set up any campaign. So I'll just share my screen, then I'm gonna show you how to come up with one. Again, coming up with a brief, can be can be very chaotic. So with now AI, it's very, very easy to come up with a brief. So to start with, you just need to go to novesha.ai. Then you'll just log in here. I just have my email because I already have an account, but if you don't have an account, and you just sign up and go with it. So yeah, I'm in. You will land to this page over here. Here are the agents that we have for different purpose, but for the brief is not yet live. So those who interacted with Novesha before, or maybe you've ever come across it, you know about the prompt generators that we had before. So they are still here. So we're gonna use the prompt generator to come up with a prompt that will help us produce come up with a brief. So I'll just go to the prompt generators on the left. Is it on the left? Yeah, on the left. You'll see where we have the prompt generators. Then I'll scroll down to here to come up to this marketing brief. Not just a brief, but it's very specific. It's very tailor-made for marketing. So I'll just open it, and here I'll have my inputs. The brief title. This brief is for which company? Vistascape. Vistascape. Outdoor. Screen. Lead generation. Campaign. Then the campaign name, we can just have just a random name. We can have very creative, big screen, bigger, impact. Then we're gonna have the target audience. Who is this company trying to target? Who is this campaign trying to target? You know, so we can have churches. Who are we selling to? Churches, event planners. We can have clubs. You know, the ACP is just those people who, you know, try to advertise on big screens. Then you can even have schools during schools. Probably they are watching a play or something like that. Then rental companies. Then the market and region, we can have Africa at large. I don't know if VistaScape is it just based in Kenya. I don't know, but we can just have it Africa. Then the deadline for this campaign, we can have like the end of next month, let's say 30th of May, no March. March is 3, then 2026. Then we have the brand guidelines. Let's have the colors is blue and red. Then the font, we can have K2. Then let's describe now the campaign. What is the campaign more about? So we can have the campaign is focused on generating queries for outdoor installations, purchases. Then we can highlight the real life use cases, e.g. concerts, churches, crusades. We can also have creative shoot. It's a creative shoot. Emphasize screen sizes, visibility, and that's the quality, visibility, and reliability. It's very key. And professional setup. So then we'll come to the objectives. What they want to achieve with this campaign. Of course, you want to have the brand awareness. You want to generate leads. You want to drive sales. I don't think there is support, but not really. I think that's okay. Then the key creative elements. The key creative elements are specific pieces of information the creative team needs in order to produce the marketing materials correctly. You don't want that back and forth of the approvals and all that. So they need the background or the context. They need to understand the audience, the key messages, the tone and the style guidance, the deliverables, because like for today, we're just doing the ads, then the channels, where is this campaign going to take place. Then the budget, timelines, milestones, also the metrics for success, because we'll have all that data. Then the tone and style, this is mostly guided by the target audience, and we also targeting the corporate events, so we can use a professional and corporate tone. Then friendly, of course. Then of course you have to do storytelling. I think mostly on LinkedIn, not even LinkedIn. I think every social media platform will hear creators talking more storytelling. Then of course you can have the creative and fun. Then the visual preferences can be a clean and minimalistic when it comes to the content itself. Let's say like the images, the ad creatives, then of course photography and image heavy. Yeah, so I think that's okay. Brand color heavy, I think we can also include that one. So again, these we were just coming up with a prompt that will help us, generate this marketing brief. So I'll just generate this prompt, then copy this prompt, then head over to ChatGPT or any other LLM that you use. It can be ChatGPT, it can be Gemini, can be Claude, all those LLMs. And yeah, I think we should have 2, 3 briefs here. So you can see, again, you sitting down and, coming up with all these. I mean, it will take you so many hours. So with now the help of AI, it's very easy. And this is where we're saying like AI is coming in when it comes to marketing. So I think now, before even, because Joseph will take us through how to come up with the creative and how to set up the ad, they need all this information. They need to go through it. They need, they'll just need to know how to use this information, because they should not go out of this. So we have the briefs here. So Joseph, I think I'll just copy one and have it in my documents here. Can go with this one. So we can go with services to continue to grow in scale, frequency, is require reliable, high quality display solution. I think this is a pain point for every for the target audience. I mean, so I think I just have it here. Then you're gonna use it. So I think I'll take it back to Joseph. Then you can continue from there. So yeah, thank you. Any question, you can just put it in the chat. I'll be here to answer all of them. So back to you, Joseph.
All right. Thank you, Lawrence, for taking us through coming up with a brief with AI, and in a systemized way. And now I can assume, for me, it's a big company where, every team has to be aligned. I purely maybe just deal with creatives. Somebody needs to get me updated on what's this about, what are we trying to target. So even when I'm coming up with my creative, I'm pretty well updated on what needs to be done. I don't think this changes in the age of AI. It's just that now, it's just AI now facilitating everybody who was in those roles, or rather, maybe AI can make you do more things. So probably you can double down being the creative person and just the brief person, and then you can align with maybe the budget person and whoever. But you just get the gist. It just facilitates. I mean, previously a brief you have to sit down, brainstorm, and do all those types of things. And before now, everybody really aligns. And I know sometimes probably the brief is not the problem. Maybe it's the company politics, but that's a story. It's a whole different story. But anyway, let me now come up. This can help me come up with a prompt that I can now use, to now do a creative. Assuming now it's now AI first world where we've all embraced it, and it's now the thing. The way you used to go to Canva or Adobe now, so you need a prompt to do that. So you need to go talk to your AI of your choice. I think for me, because these, they say you can't build a tool that you don't use. So for me, I'll use the tool that we built. And I think I will let you, rate my creative. I hope it's gonna do a good job. I hope it won't let me down. But anyway, let me share my screen. So of course, this is where Ndovesha exists, Ndovesha.ai. I mean, get started, just create an account there, login. For me, I already have an account, so I just log in. I'm actually already logged in, so let me just share my logged in tab. So let's assume, so I'll try to now come up with a prompt to tell it now. I've understood what we are trying to target. We could pick, I would say, out of the ICPs, from the creative, maybe we can target churches, we could target people doing outdoor activities, we could, it could just, so I come here, I choose my agent. So create add image for Vistarscape ads limited. That's the official name of the business. But anyway, let's assume we are, online. We just use Vistarscape. You don't want Vistarscape because I don't think you want to put all those names in a creative. Which offers outdoor screen advertising. Things like outdoor for say that chat screens. They offer with rental sales, also helping installation. So I think it would be just an ad which we are trying to create, both awareness, but still trying to create leads, as Macharia also put it, both awareness and leads at the same time. So so I'll not come up with a complicated offer, discounts and all that kind of stuff. I just want something unique messaging and all that, so maybe all I would like, we can focus on outdoor people, let's focus on outdoor outdoor activities and what these screens. So let's say colors is red and blue. No, red and black. And then font, we can say Ubuntu. Yeah, and I think my agent should do the heavy lifting. I should not give, I think this is enough. This is more than enough actually. Simple prompt. So my agent should do the work and should try to understand what I'm trying to, you know, to do the other bit of it. So let me just tell it to create the ad. So I think this takes about 2 to 3. I don't think 3. No, I don't think it gets to 3. But you can sip your coffee as you wait. And the motivation for doing coming up with this is we realize it was so easy to identify a ChatGPT image, even when you've really tried to do a lot of work. Even for us, it's something we are continuing to see how we make these something. It's so realistic. Somebody would not even, you know, like they would have to second guess themselves so much before they realize it's AI, you know. I don't know how you guys rate my image, but I think it's done some really nice work. I think it's done well.
There is some good work there.
Yeah, so I want to take these and run it on Meta. I like how it's really mixed the colors, the red and the black in a very, it looks very HD. I think there's something when you just prompt direct on LLM, sometimes you don't get, and
you actually can't get it.
Yeah, so and those are some of the things we're trying to build. How then do you again use, you know, build something that, so yeah, I think you've seen now, you know, what this agent can do. And so I'll download my image. Over time we want to integrate the Meta integration, so you can run your ad from here. And because as we saw in the previous webinar, running Meta ads is a whole complicated step. So if we can do the heavy lifting and we know it's very bloated, and just create something that is less bloated but gives you the same level of, you know, it's able to deliver the same in just few clicks, that would be help a lot of SMEs. I know for social media managers in the house, business owners, you get the gist of it. We're just trying to see how well we can create capabilities that can enhance us in the pursuit of, you know, doing these things every other day and, you know, deliver maximum ROI. So now I'll share my Meta screen. Let me just, I'm already, so switch my tabs. So I'm already on the Vistarscape. This is actually a page they created today. It's just a very recent page. So it has nothing really, but let's see if we can, let's see, even they want to, you know, to just run an ad to get followers, whatever, just create awareness. But anyway, I'll still do what I did last time, just so that I know, because I know it's sometimes very chaotic when it comes to navigating Meta. Personal profile. So I'm on my personal profile. Everything on Meta is linked to personal profile, and I'll still go through this. I know creating a page is very easy. I know there's somebody who wanted us to go through everything. Just somewhere here, but if we have time, I'll go through creating a page at the tail end. But for now, let me just showcase now setting up the ad. So I'll come, I want to switch. So I'll have my pages here. There are many. I have a lot of pages, but Vistarscape, it's the first one there. So I switch to it. So you first switch to the page, and then when you switch to the page, you go to something called MetaSuite. MetaSuite opens on a new tab. It's always advisable to set up these ads when you're on your laptop, on your computer. I mean, the phone is really normally very limited. So for me, So as we said, there's two options here. There's the ads, which is it's a very truncated version of the ads manager, which really has all the features. But you know, we want to take advantage of what Meta gives you anyway. Why would you want to, if you can get, I mean, you're being offered 1 million, and then there's 5 million and there's 1 million, but you decide to take 1 million. That's what I think you do when you use the truncated version of ads. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I feel like just go to Ads Manager, go to Campaigns, opens on a new tab. I hope now we are getting used to these old steps. They are looking now easy to use, easy to just navigate, because I know that initially navigation is actually the biggest thing you learn with some of these tools. It's learning navigation, and that just helps you to now maneuver your way around when you think about it. So I have a lot of business accounts here, and I will pick one of them. Please mute. Lawrence, you can help with that. Yeah, or I can create a new business portfolio for that matter. Which that's the whole steps there. I don't want to do that. So I'll just pick whichever one of these. I don't want to pick clients ads. So let me just pick something that I know I have. I'll just pick these in. So so I come here. What are we running? We want leads. We can have our leads in different formats. We can do WhatsApp leads, we can do calls, or we can do lead form, or we can take our people to the website so that they can probably understand more about this product, even as they show interest to buy. So I come here, create. But as I said, there are a few other features here that probably you would need to understand, but I know we'll get accustomed over time. The more you see it being presented, I hope, go practice, just first thing is just the navigation. So we want leads, you know, and that's about it. I'm saying leads, just several things. It could be a sign up on your app. Again, that means you have to do a promotion, which means you have to configure a few other things. As we graduate, we will now get into those things. So I would pick sales. If you pick sales and if you pick another, like let's say traffic, Meta doesn't behave the same way on those ads. So it's different. So if you want to optimize for sales, for leads that are good, you pick sales. Again, it gives you, most of these, as I said, you will find WhatsApp, Instagram, inbox, all these calls on most other objectives, but let's go with sales because Facebook now knows you're trying to look for sales. With social media, it's double-edged. As you're trying to get sales, people are seeing your ad, they're also getting aware, so it serves as awareness. So in a way, so let's say VistaScape 1. So I come here, auction. Most of these things are already configured. Don't touch auction. You want to go with auction. Your campaign, you already choose that, comes as setup. If you're doing physical products, these e-commerce, there's a whole about doing catalog ads and the shopping experience. That's another whole approach. But it's not complicated. Again, it just follows the steps given there. So we want to do, it's telling you this is how you can budget strategy, campaign, or ad set, whichever. As we said from the other training, there's the campaign level, ad set level, and the ad level itself. And you will see that. So for campaign, you can have many ad sets. Like here, I can just, create a new ad set. Create, that's, okay. So if I go to campaigns, I can create another ad set. If I go to an ad set, I can add ads. I can create another ad. So they'll just pile here. And that's what it's saying with budget. Do you want your budget to be consumed at campaign level? So if you're at campaign level, everybody will consume the money you put here, all the ads and all the ad sets and the ads. But if you put at ad set level, only the ads within your ad set that will consume that budget. So, but anyway, unless you're a very skilled business, you're big, you're running all manner of ads like Safaricom, then they can afford to have, 10 ads running at the same. But I think most SMEs, just a few ads running. So let's do one campaign, let's say 1,000 a day. And then it's telling me to add funds. My account is low right now. Ignore that for now. I'll show you how to add your funds, but ignore that for now. But you'll have to do that before you run your ad. You tell some clients you need to bring to allocate budget for ads, and they are wondering, oh, this thing also needs money. So yeah, then conversion locations. Is it single or multiple? So you can combine website, app, website, in-store website, and in-store website and calls, all these things. So we would do what? Website and calls. You can do which one? Maybe website. Hello. I don't know why it's not giving WhatsApp. I don't know where my WhatsApp ran away from. Okay, I'm seeing message somewhere and then it's running away. Let's see. There's a minute. And this is where, okay. Here are my other things. And this is where it gets interesting because I rarely see people running call leads ads, which I feel like I think they would be very strong because somebody gets to get into the business directly. They talk to someone. So today, let's actually pick all ads because I know that's a whole. I rarely see that online, and it means people have not. So you pick your page, Vistascape. Where is it? So all pages which your admin come here. So you pick your page, and then here you don't touch a lot of things. So I would assume audience is Kenya, but you can change if you want Africa. You can actually put, if you put Africa, it picks it as a whole region. So and picks all the countries in Africa. So you can target by location. Like if you want Europe, you can just type Europe, and you can pick the whole Europe. It will pick the region, all the countries. You don't have to add them one by one. This is hypothetical again, so you will need to understand. If you're in Kenya, just put Kenya. It will just pick Kenya. So you'll see it there and just pick it. So don't target Africa. If you only exist in Kenya, you'll be wasting your budget. But if you're seeking to expand, then target the whole. You see here, see more controls. You can see over time how initially Meta had a lot of settings on how to segment your audience, of which they've been killing that over time because the algorithms are so good. You don't need to configure all those things. They just see you're creative and they know what to do. And that's why we really say the success of most of these it's mostly fails at the creative, the visual, the ad level, the look of your image or video. That's where the deal gets, most of the time gets spoiled. So you have to really be good at creating these ads, whether it's image, whether it's video. You have to be really good to come up with something nice. It has to be a pop-up. There's no need of segmenting this unless probably you're doing languages. I know is a key factor because I know you get somebody. You're in Kenya, you only know English, then it's a French-speaking country. Somebody talks French or whatever you don't understand. So I think language most of the time becomes an issue. So you can probably just tell it, okay, it's whole Africa, but just focus on people. Because Meta is able to know some from their database, people speak English and they will just ignore the rest. So you can type English. I'm saying if there's a case, if you don't understand any other language and your whole team, so you can you can add the language, because that's a problem I've seen where, you know, you get somebody who is chatting you and they don't understand anything you're saying. All they both just so I feel like language, unless you scaled your team and you have people who understand, then you can go to those markets. But language is normally a big barrier when it comes to selling, especially when you move outside Kenya. So again, it will ask most of these beneficially these days. They ask these things, so just add. It's not consequential really. They just want to know. It's just some countries that say they, if you're running ads are running in their territory, then they have to know who is that running ads, and Meta has to provide that data, so you can just add that. I don't think that's a big deal, but it's not really consequential. So then so my pages are already picked, then create ad. We said it's a call ad today. So let's see, single image now. So it picks the number that we have added, connected on there, but you can definitely change it to whichever number you want. You know, so you've seen. So this is actually when you see when we set up the ad, it will have that number will, you know, you'll have that call to action somewhere. So let's see. So let me pick my image. Okay, is it? So I have picked my image coming up. So I changed to original so that it doesn't get cropped up. I need a caption. I think I can just still use Novesha to get a caption. So I'll just need to recycle this prompt. And I need to change my agent to caption. So just did it. Okay, I had not shared this screen, but so here it is. This is what I have told it. Give me a caption for. So I have changed my agent here. I picked the caption agent. So transform your outdoor events without my screen experience, whether it's a lively festival or a dynamic chat gathering or a club, and at the start it gets covered. Imagine your outdoor coming alive with vibrant, usual strong bustling blue. Hosting an outdoor event, let this light up night screen coin. So I think I can pick whichever. Let me just pick the first one. And then we'll go back to the header. So just paste it. Short headline. And we can say what? Right. I have a mental block. Anyway.
So you can maybe talk something to do with maybe deliveries.
Oh yeah, let's say seamless installation.
Yeah.
Okay, seamless experience. Because I mean, for screens, you really don't want glitches. You don't want, you know, whatever. Seamless experience. I think that kind of alludes to that.
That's
Uh,
we don't need the thing of stories, because nobody can read stories from our.
yeah.
Yeah.
Again, this is just for demo purposes.
Yes.
For this, uh, so I mean, I would have come up with my good headlines, but anyway, a headline, those ones I can come off my head. I don't need too much AI for that. Only that,
That's yeah,
yeah.
that's well noted.
Anyway, so you can see it gives me a preview of my ad. So you see, for call ads now, if I press, you will see it on your feed, and if you press this button, the person just gets triggered this to call. You know, like I mean, I rarely see call ads, and I'm like, this is. I remember we tried them sometime early on when we were starting, and we got a good number of customers from them.
Mm,
So I think it's good to give them a try for business owners here and social media managers. I think
mm,
we can give call ads a try. Of course, as we said with marketing, it's testing. You test call ads, you test lead forms, you test WhatsApp. They just what probably eventually people click with. You know, it's yeah. So don't be cast on soon. You know, WhatsApp is what it's. You know, yeah. And then we publish, but as I said, we don't. Our account didn't have money, so you come here for billing. The ad will be saved. You'll get back it when you come back to campaigns. You'll find it. You just click the edit. But anyway, let's
yes.
first go to the billing. Um, no, I have to load. I hope we are all there. I hope the questions are on the chat. So you can come here. So you just click add funds, and it gives you all the
Payment
options.
details.
So there's a card here I've already added. There's M-Pesa, and from here you just follow up the prompt. If you pick M-Pesa and then go next, it asks you for the number. Of course, you edit the amount. Definitely, that's important. You can also add auto reload, but that mostly works for the Visa cards because it's able to just load itself as the budget goes. So you see it, you just come here and you edit this bit. So you just add your number. So you don't repeat the 254, you just continue. And then when you click continue, you'll get the prompt inside on your phone immediately, and it will load. I don't know, maybe somebody wants us to put their number, we test. But anyway, and then once you load, they'll just load the money. So then let's go back. So if you how do you access your campaigns back? If let's say you, because now it's saved in the draft and everything is there, the image, they will not. So you come back here, you find your ads. You know, and this task. So you come here and you want to edit. So you want to load it again in the view it was. So you click the edit, and it appears again. And now you can edit your ads. You can correct whatever, you know, and you can edit and tweak a few things here and there if you want. And yeah, you go and you launch it. They approve within, sometimes immediately, sometimes takes 2 hours, 3 hours, depends. But it's rare that they go over 24 hours. It's rare, but sometimes it happens. Once they approve, the good thing with social media ads, online ads, you're able to know what's working very quickly. If there's something wrong, you're able to know very quickly. So it doesn't waste time. When you see, scan groups struggling and all these, the traditional agencies that used to charge a lot of money, and I think it's some of these disruptions by Meta has been, and Google and all these, I think has been one. I think that's like the main. So like it's very democratized now. You don't have a reason why you should not be running these ads. You can start with as low as 500, 1,000, 10,000, depends on your capability. I know there are people with big budgets, there are people with small budgets, but anybody can just use Meta ads. It's just maybe the skill set, I think that gets in the way a lot, because you can see, like, for this, you need to know how to think through before even you come up with a creative, think through a few things. Creative, there's the setting up. I feel like that's still quite a bottleneck. Yeah, but anyway, I think I'll stop there because I see it's top of the hour. With, I don't know, Duncan, I hope we are not in a hurry. I hope people are still in the session. Yeah, I see people are still here. But anyway, I think I'll reach there. So I welcome questions, insights, and anything.
So insights, questions, Duncan, it's your field.
Duncan would have been on something, but I think that the time has gone, so we'll just take questions. So George, proceed.
Hello, Joseph.
Yes, hi.
Thank you very much for that session.
Mhm.
Actually, VistaScape is my business. Thank you for reviewing it. Now,
Thank you.
I had a question. I didn't see where you did the placements for the ad. I wanted to find out where you did the placements for it.
In terms of placements, it just speaks. Okay, let me just
Like, where are the ads going to be viewed? Did it?
It's Meta.
So-
Feed, Facebook feed, Instagram feed, and all the other, within Meta. It will even go to the threads.
Okay.
So it's the Meta ecosystem, basically. That's where it's gonna be shown.
Okay. So,
Yeah. Let me just show where that when you're setting up, actually they somewhere they about placements. So and probably it would be just good to show that. So within ad set, somewhere they tell you where the placements, and you can even edit them if you don't want placements to go to some places. But from experience, that effect mostly drives up the cost per call or whatever message, depending on what you're trying to achieve. So let me just share my screen. So placements, it's here. So it's and what Meta has been doing, as you can see, they've been really, there's things they don't want you to even touch, like placement. So you can see they've been, initially it was very easy to just come here and just remove things and include other, these days they keep on hiding them. You can see, so they've already selected for you, and they're not giving you a lot of things to select, because they themselves want to take control of that. They don't want you to really control that. So that's the thing. I've been seeing it, a lot of updates they've been pushing. Yeah. But like in our account, because we have threads, they automatically tell us they will show them in the threads. I think it's because there's no account, but I know it's some account, they actually say they'll try to push it to the thread. So sometimes it behaves differently depending on how you've really connected your account to things. So, and how maybe you've just configured everything. All right. I have more questions. More questions. People are so silent today.
So as of now, any question from my community? Do you people have any question? Just ask. Feel free, msiogope manze. Uliza anything.
Kuuliza sio ujinga, as they say.
Uliza to just ask, even if you will look like somebody who hasn't gone to school, like yeah, just ask. You people just ask.
I see people. I don't want to tell anybody to not put people on the spotlight. Now, Mwangi, let's go.
So I have a
Mhm.
question.
Yeah.
Yes, come up.
Nini inafanyanga mtu akuwe banned kwa Meta? That's just a question I have.
Okay.
And
Now-
also,
Honorable.
my other
Mhm.
one is
Mhm.
issue inakuanga ni when they decline your payment. What is normally the issue? Why do they decline payment sometimes? That's the only few questions I have.
Okay.
So, Mr. Joseph, you can tackle that, or I go ahead.
You can give it a shot, and then I can I don't know what
Now,
you.
nice one. So for you to be declined from Meta, one thing they look at is something called impersonation. So basically, there is an account that maybe looks like you, and now you have to prove to Meta that now whoever is bringing this account up is you and yourself. So basically, for you to get suspended on Meta, okay. So in the past, I haven't experienced accounts. I have handled over, let's say, more than 500 accounts, and up to this point, I haven't experienced any account that has been either suspended or disapproved. And for you to get suspended or rather disapproved from Meta, you must be either using same email, same phone number, or the same identity. And by identity, I mean sura zenu zinafanana, and at some point Meta will ask you to take a selfie, or you can upload your image just to verify identity. So I hope you have been answered.
Maybe just to add, with sometimes they flag cards when you your Visa card or whatever. I know it's those the accounts have had issues because they are like, this card looks suspicious. New accounts, it's one of the things that I see getting because you're new to the whole thing. So it's like the account has to build trust. And I know this has grown over, for many platforms they want a new account to, I know the social media of old, we just used, they never even used to collect a lot of details, and they were because they wanted the volume, the users. But these days they have the user, so they now want to and you have to understand the dynamics of these platforms and the stages of these companies are in. Like Meta, it's a public company. It's been under scrutiny for a lot of privacy breaches. So they now have to tighten. And so if you have an old account, I think I would encourage, if let's say like I think my Facebook profile I created it in 2009. So it's rare, like even when they give me warnings, I just appeal and they remove them, like because the account is very old. Most of the time maybe it's just the algo messing up with me. But a new account, they just ban them and that's it. They don't even give you time to appeal anything, like if it's really new account. And I think you see online people trying to buy old accounts and all those kinds of stuff. But I think if it's a new account, make sure you add all the details, verify the things they are telling you, put your driving license or national ID, make sure you put your pictures. From there, I think things will, and then be active with that profile until now you score. So it's just the stage we are with these platforms. They don't want to be in a lot of trouble also. Yeah. I hope that answers you. But also, I mean, Meta didn't have support initially. These days they have support. You can chat them and you explain your issue and they correct it. So it's just being a bit proactive also. Now, Michael?
Hello.
Hi.
I work at a company where our ads are boosted by there is a person in charge for boosting these ads.
Mm-hmm.
And they are unwavering, like let's use December's.
Mm-hmm.
Sisi huwa tunatumia WhatsApp, like the WhatsApp iko hapo, and now the inbox yako ya WhatsApp ya Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And nikicompare December and January ads,
Mm-hmm.
and the same budget, kila mse inakuwa boosted individually as per sisi wenye tunafanya kazi. Kuna venye at some point ziko sawa, saa ingine you don't even have clicks, unashindwa na budget inaenda, you're expected to sell.
Oh, yeah, I see. I mean, I think we've all gone through that. I think it's always checking. Once the cost goes very high, there's thresholds you don't want. I think you just kill that. Maybe it's creative fatigue. That could be, the creative mechoka too. You just need to set. And I know Meta is notorious with that. They get creative fatigue quickly. And that's why, but when you get a winning ad creative, which can run for 3 months, 6 months without Meta saying this is now tired, I think it's that's why we're saying you have to be extremely creative for you to get such a kind of an ad. But also Meta ads get affected by other things like even breaking news, events, just things happening. It affects these things. So you have to just it's you against these things. These are your competitors, really. So
I guess
things are not working. Yeah, you get okay, perfect.
I guess I'll have to look for you in person. Let me say, maybe on a call or something, because those guys who let's say maybe at some point you had, apart from the mshahara and retainer and stuff, umejipata uko na extra, decided to boost for yourself. Sometimes unaweza mpea doa kuboostia because hawapendi kutuonyesha. That's why I'm in this class.
Okay.
Hawataki tujue venye wanafanya.
I see. So
the
you are
guy goes
keeping properly out here.
Wana gatekeep na sahii wanalipwa na kampuni, so those guys but ukimwambia so that's why I'm here, and I guess I'll have to look for you as in person. Niko na namba yako last time ulitupea.
Okay, nimeishia tena hata. Okay,
sawa, asante. I'm still here. Thank you.
Okay, all right. I think let me get to the questions in the chat so that people don't feel like we're ignoring. Perfect. So George, I see you had asked a question. Also, how do you get profile visits? There's actually an ad that does exactly that. So probably it's I think an awareness of traffic. You can actually do under traffic. You can just get people to visit profile. I rarely do those ads, but we can talk and see how to implement that. But I think organically also it's possible if you do good content and it goes viral. People will check out your profile. So I think it's do good content, the organic one, and then also do ads. For Meta, you have to combine both, unless you're this very big. But anyway, you still need push your good offers. Sometimes it's very hard to combine, to put them in just an organic post. So Joseph, I think we put the number there, but it was just demo purposes. After creating the brief, where do you use it? A brief is just to open up your mind to possibilities of what you would do for this to be a success. What you need for this to be a success. A brief is just, if you're solo, it's just bringing your mind to task. If you're a team, it's for aligning people. So that's just it. I don't think really beyond that. That's what a brief is for. I don't think it's anything. It's not complicated. So share it with your team. If you can imagine, I think this just helps in even coercion and just leadership. Like you're showing your team you really know what you're doing. If let's say you're the marketing manager, you're showing them you really know what you're doing. You're not just ambushing them. Where is the ad? What do we need? Like you're just organized. So quite eye-opening. Metric suppliers. I see you. I know we had chatted on WhatsApp. So Joseph, also you've acknowledged starting things. Is this meeting recorded? Yes. I will upload it. First time here, I missed the first session. What is the end goal? How is money made? I mean, I think that's obvious. If you run an ad that is successful and brings good leads, you close customers, and that's how you make money. And is the ad up free? Do we subscribe? We have free credits, free trial for the prawns. You just try it. If you find it good, then go on and probably support us also. Yeah. Emily, today's session, just some practice, and I know I'll be on the right track. Good. We're happy that you're getting up to speed. How do we access the previous? It's already on YouTube. Robert, I think you can share link. Rollins, you can share link. Whoever gets it first, you can share it here on the chat. The link for the previous masterclass. Meta also suspends accounts on counterfeit issues. Yeah, like copyright issues. I think it's and that's why you see a lot of Instagram accounts for these people selling drifts and these knockoff items. I don't know whether that's the right word, and no disrespect. They have to put, not affiliated to the brand. Otherwise, your page will actually go. There's actually one I normally buy from. I saw she had a page which was very big. And recently she was like, oh, this is the new page, the other one. I think it's those issues because you're selling, a Levi's jeans and you're not Levi's. You're selling a Nike product, New Balance. And I think they keep cleaning them, I think, once in a while. So Christian, assuming I run a success and am I able to upload the customer details like phone and email and prompt methods to target us? Yeah, there's a place for adding customer details to tell it match such an audience. I've not used that feature for a while, but I know the match I looked. But the pixels are supposed to do this. If it's a successful campaign, you can just you do retargeting. If it was successful, you can just say this audience that you got with, interacted with within this campaign, they just how to retarget. I will not go into that. It's a whole feature on Meta. Yeah, I think the questions are over. I don't know if there is more, but I think if there is no more questions, I see the link to the other masterclass is there. So you can check it out. Yeah, but we just the goal is just to see most of us able to do these things. Duration for a successful campaign. I think that's for you to decide to just gauge. I think that's part in tracking, because let's say as you're hearing from people, your meta ads can be successful for 1 week, and then they go flat. They can be successful for 2 weeks, then they go flat. So yeah, Robert.
Yes, also there is the issue of budgeting depending on the type of business, you see.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Like if you're targeting maybe the whole of maybe 250, you want to target everyone in Kenya. But for some other business, they want to target just the people in maybe Nairobi and its environs. So depending on your budget, if you have a good budget, then you have higher chances of making good money. But if you have a small budget, and when I talk of a small budget, I don't mean like 500, 200, 300 ati haiwezi make sense. No, your 300 bob is good money. Your 500 bob is good money. Your 1K, your 2K is good money. Yes, it can convert. Now, depending on your ad creative, how creative is your ad? How engaging is your asset? You see, so depending on the budget you have, now you can decide, I'm going to do an ad creative of an image, an ad creative of a video. But now for the ad creative of an image, I'll give this amount of budget, and for this ad creative of a video, I'll give it a certain specific budget. Now, depending on how the users on the social media will react, that's where you get your value of your money. So if your asset is boring, definitely you don't expect any money, you don't expect any profits. But if your creative is engaging, your creative is capturing attention, then you should expect some good sales. Yeah, sure.
Right. Also, what I would say, like with success, what I think measures really the successful of a campaign, and that's it falls under tracking, is let's say it's these calls. We have we put a budget of 1,000 a day, and it's calls. So we are saying how many calls do we receive in a day? So let's say it's 20. That means we are paying 50 bob for every call.
Yes.
So there's, you know, I think that's quite a good outcome. So I don't think so you might, so let's say it starts at 50. So it runs 50, it's giving you 20 calls every day. And then from there now it's you to how the person who handles those leads now, also the quality of how their sales skills also determines. But anyway, over time you're seeing we are moving, it's increasing from 50 to 100, it's going to 150, it's going to 200. Then it's time to reconsider probably. Either there's ad fatigue, there's something that has happened that has messed up with the algo. So the success is you have to, your North Star is the cost of one conversion, one lead. That's your North Star. So that's what you're tracking. You want that to remain within a specific. Now, also your conversion, you're checking, are these people converting? Because it could be just, so it's just a few moving parts that you need to keep in check. And then as long as you're getting those metrics, then you can proceed as much until those things don't get that, then it's time to recalibrate and probably brief up again and launch. So that's so it's not really binary when you look at it. I ran out but for conversions, well, my radius was only my country, so it's usually what you call a field that, but you can restructure which metrics to look out for you. The goal was profile visits. But the conversions. So what were the conversions? Is it the, so if you're looking for profile visits, then the visit is actually the conversion, really, right? So what's the cost? What was the cost of one profile visit? That's the first place you start.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think the cost of a visit should be a lot of money. It could be probably, is it 10 bob, 5 bob, and then you said you're tracking the North Star is always what's the cost of one conversion. When you start tracking the cost of everything else is vanity, like really, when you think about it. I don't think you only track the cost of conversion. Everything else is vanity metrics. It means everything else is working okay. Don't even focus on impressions or whatever. I don't think, as long as your cost of conversion and your conversion rate is within the threshold, everything else. So then if you're not getting that, then something else is broken somewhere, maybe before, could be the creative, could be you set it up wrongly, it could be other things then. And as we said, because marketing is always it's a journey that for you to reach, if you're going to Mombasa, you have to reach Mutito a day first. For example, before you get a good creative, you need to brief up properly and brainstorm properly. You get a good creative, then it needs to be set up correctly. So we cannot reach Mombasa before we reach, even Sultan Hamoud. Like, So yeah, it just once you see it clearly, it's normally very easy. I hope this is helping. Anyway, I see Livingstone, you acknowledge that. So just try to check your. Okay, all right. I think we've had quite a sufficient Q&A.
Yes.
So I think we're gonna see you next week, same time. But at least we are making good progress. I see a lot of good people saying, yeah. So, and thank you for creating time. Thank you for trusting us with that we can guide, we can teach you, and that we can showcase our expertise. We don't take that for granted. So I think we're gonna see you in the next one next week. Thank you, everybody. Sign up on Dovesha and pass the good word name around. I think this is local, we're building this. And I believe there is good value we're creating, and we're gonna be releasing a lot of more value.
That's for sure, and I hope my community will support me in this, because now I am bringing them their whole marketing agency, Dovesha.ai, and I don't feel anyway that they shouldn't even sign up, because this whole revolution, it's not just AI, you get. Yeah. So guys,
Good night, guys. Thank you, everybody. Robert, the moderators, Lawrence, thank you very much. Duncan behind the scenes, we also appreciate very much. Duncan will be demoing, I think, in the next session. Duncan has to do something.
Yes. Mimi ndio Duncan. Wengine the rest are not. All right.
Ameenda wapi?
So see you the next one.
Evolute, yeah, and Dovesha is paid, but there is a lot of free value you can still get there. We have free credits,
Sure.
and there's a lot of people I'm chatting with who have tried it, they've loved it. They're telling me they are soon going to the paid plans. So, but there's just so much value coming up. Just keep checking. Just keep checking. We are cooking. But already you've seen what you can do with the ad images. I mean, I really liked the image. It's very hard to say that's AI, because that's a whole goal. You don't want, because everything has started looking the same.
Yes.
Everything looks, especially for images. Oh, everything now looks AI. So anyway, good night, guys. It's been real, man.
Yes, let's say a success.